Hello everybody, I'm Eddie at Alfaman Services Limited in Harrow, Rayners Lane. What do I do here? I service and repair and supply parts for all Alfa Romeo cars. And I just want to show you how to change the inner door handle on a Giulietta. If you come closer, this is a new door handle here, and the old one has broken here. If you come closer and have a look where it's broken, and it's broken where the pull cable goes from the door handle into the door lock, so you can't open the door from the inside. They break here, they break across here, and when you're using these cars, you just got to be very, very gentle and just take it easy when you open and shut all four doors. Don't yank at them, just calm down a little bit, unfortunately, because this is all plastic. It's not particularly wonderful plastic, and after 6, 7, 8 years it becomes very brittle and it snaps. Now, as you can see, I've taken the door card off and I've got all my tools and paraphernalia ready to strip this down and put this one on. But I want to show you a few things first inside the door. When you take the door off, it's a bit of a swine. You've got a screw here, a screw there. You've got to take this panel out, and you can get to the 2 screws there. And then you've got the door panel off, but you can't move it because it's connected here, it's connected here. You can hold the panel up and poke this through or split it down. This one here, you've got to get a little pick and pick it and open it. But these two here are an absolute swine, because when they're locked in position, to unplug them, you have to press this down and then open it, and then you can pull it out. And this one is the same. You've got to press it down, open the lever, wait till it clicks, and then you can lift it off. But this one's got room. This one's got no room, because the hole that it's into, that hole that it fits to, there is no room for this lever to come down. And whoever designed it didn't do a very nice job, because it's very difficult to put these back, this back, this back, this back, and hold the panel up. So what I do is I do a little bit of a modification, and I do a little bit of a cheat, and I'll show you what I do. Here is the switches that I've got to connect and unconnect, but there is no room here to swing that arm over. So you've either got to cut this or grind this down, or what I do is turn the panel upside down like so, and I take this switch gear out. Only whoever designed it has designed it in such a way you can't get it out, because there's 4 clips and each clip is just unassailable. So I struggle. So I have to put 2 pins in this side, press down hard, and yank it out from the other side here. And when I put it back, what I do is I don't bother putting the clips back. What I do is I just place it in there because there's no need for clips. Now, something else that's difficult to do. When you're holding the panel up, you can't actually hold the panel up without somebody else helping you and do the connections everywhere. It's just too difficult. So what I do is I take this delicate piece of paneling off here, and the way I do it from the inside out, and I squeeze these clips Let me go and get a pair of pliers. Cut. Okay, I've got the right tool now just to give these clips just a very delicate little squeeze and push. If I try to undo it from the other side, what happens is this delicate piece of plastic, this wonderful bit of engineering, they crack. They're not expensive to buy. They're about 10 or 20 pounds each. Not expensive. But of course, when you have to go and buy parts, it's inconvenient. So I've got this off. There are other models that have more lattice work like that over here, and it's so delicate you daren't take it off from the outside. I always take it off from the inside. So when I'm putting the panel back, I don't have to worry about this connector for the tweeter. So once the panel's in, I can actually put my hand in and I can get to the tweeter and put it on, and then very gingerly put this back on again. So that's two little pains that I've done on the car to make it easier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to struggle to get this out. When it's out, I will show you the 4 clips that hold it in position. Do you want to cut there? Right, you can see I've got the switch out, and how I've done it is I've poked a pick through here and here and got those two to come out, and then I've had to turn it around, and with the light I can see, if you can bring the camera around, you can see inside here, you can see the other 2 tags, and what you have to do is you have to push it and then force with your fingers, again force with your fingers. It's quite unnecessary to have the inner clips. You can either leave them or you can rip them out, and I must say on many occasions I've ripped them out because I could not physically get to them because they were stuck in there. So anyway, so that's the switch gear out, and if you come over here, this is how they go. This one goes in here. Should I get the light? This one goes in there, and you have to press that little button and move it all the way around to lift it out. But on the door card there's a bit of plastic at about that position, and you can't move it. So what you have to do is you have to force it down, and then you can pull it out. The blue one's not too bad, you can get to that one, that's okay. So let me go back to the board again. And that's the surface where you can't pass that clip, just there. You have to sort it out, don't struggle when you put it back. Take that switch gear out, you'll find it so much easier to reassemble the door card. Now what I've got to do is I've got to remove this thing and put this one in. How do you do that? Well, what you've got to do is you've got to heat this up, and then I heat those up, and a few more around here, and then I pull this part away, and I use these plastic bits, or I try to get a block of wood underneath there, and then I can slip this part out, the broken one, and then I can slip the new one in position. But I've got to be careful when I put the new one in position, because it only goes in one way, and these have to tie up perfectly in there and in the bottom. So once I've got it in position, I have to spend a little while jiggling it around. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat lots and lots of things up and then move it. So I hope you're not bored. If you are bored while watching me do that, just go fast forward.